Everyone is looking at the chips, but Nvidia is looking at the meter. While Wall Street obsesses over Blackwell and Rubin production yields, Jensen Huang is quietly fighting a different war. It is a war for the very thing that makes silicon breathe, and that is electricity. If you think Nvidia is just a hardware company, you are missing the biggest infrastructure play of the decade. They are not just building the brains of the future, they are securing the ghost power needed to keep them from going dark. Welcome to Logic Map, and today we are mapping the secret war for the grid. Here is the math that nobody wants to talk about. A standard data center back in 2020 used enough power for a small town. But a 2026 AI factory powered by hundreds of thousands of Nvidia GPUs uses enough to power a small nation. We have reached a point where the digital world is physically outgrowing the electric world. The public grid is maxed out. In places like Northern Virginia or Dublin, the waiting list for a new power connection is now measured in years rather than months. This is the bottleneck, because if you cannot plug the chips in, the chips are basically worthless. This is where the ghost power strategy comes in. Nvidia and its largest partners are not waiting for the utility companies to upgrade the transformers. They are going off-grid. We are seeing a massive shift where big tech is effectively becoming its own utility provider. They are bypassing the public infrastructure to buy up what remains of the world's baseload power. Whether it is signing 20-year deals with nuclear plants or investing in proprietary small modular reactor technology, Nvidia is ensuring that their customers have a private river of electrons that the public cannot touch. But why call it ghost power? Because on the surface, the grid looks the same, but underneath, the priority has shifted. When a massive AI cluster comes online, it creates a power vacuum. In the secret war for electricity, the highest bidder gets the stable 24/7 clean energy, while the rest of the grid is left with the intermittent and fluctuating scraps. Nvidia knows that the value of their ecosystem is not just in the software or the chips, it is in the guaranteed uptime. They are building a world where the AI stays on even if the city lights start to flicker. This is not just a corporate strategy, it is a geopolitical land grab. Think about the leverage this creates. If Nvidia partners control the most stable power sources in a region, they do not just control the tech economy, they control the physical survival of that region's infrastructure. We are moving toward a split grid. On one side, you have the high-performance nuclear-backed AI power zones, and on the other, you have the aging, overburdened public grid. The ghost power is the invisible wall separating those who can afford the future from those who are stuck in the past. The logic here is simple but brutal. In the 20th century, power was a public service, but in 2026, power is a proprietary edge. Nvidia's secret war is not just about beating the competition. It is about ensuring that when the great blackout of the mid-20s hits, their silicon is the only thing still running. They are mapping a world where energy sovereignty belongs to the ones with the most compute. The question for us is not whether AI is worth the power. The question is, who decided that Nvidia gets to be the one who chooses? As the public grid reaches its breaking point, the ghost power will become the most valuable asset on the planet. We are watching the privatization of the sun and the atom, one data center at a time. If you are seeing the energy bottleneck in your own city, like surging bills or new data centers popping up next to power plants, I want to hear about it. The map is changing fast, and the best intel comes from the ground up. Stay sharp and stay powered. We will see you on the next map.